Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, Philippines. Mm. Hello, mga palangga.
The Bluetooth
Hello
device
po.
is ready to pair.
Dugay kay ko naka ano. Hello po. Choroch. Hello, mga palangga. There's no sound at first and now. It's okay, right? Okay, welcome back to my YT channel. This is again my singer Eternal Voice. But before going to the proper discussion, shout out to Mama Marcel Cabral for subscribing my YT channel. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start now with this equations. Okay, this is reduction, oxidation, and basic solution. Okay, iron. Okay, iron. Iron atomic mass is equals to 55.85 grams atom, right? Okay. Chlorine, ganun. 35.45. Okay? Like that. Okay? And then oxygen is 16 gram atom. Okay? 35.45 on chlorine. Okay? Then, that's all. Three elements only: iron, chlorine, and oxygen. Okay? Something like that. Okay? For example, if I have a problem, 2 grams of iron react with chlorate, how many grams of chloride ions will produce in a chemical reaction? Something like that, right? So this is stoichiometry, chemical calculation, but we will never go to that, okay? So that's only a sample problem based on stoichiometry, chemical calculation. Okay, now we go to this iron plus chlorate. This is not chlorate, this is perchlorate. Okay, because the chloride is ClO3 negative 1, right? Okay. This is polyatomic and ion. So, for example, I have here, we have the same group, okay. For example, uh, chloride, Cl2 negative 1, chlorate, ClO3 negative 1, and this is perchlorate, right? Is negative 1. Or you can say also tetrachloride, but it is most commonly known as perchlorate, right? Okay, if there's no subscript, how do we call this one? ClO. Hypo, right? Hypo. Hypochlorate. Okay? Something like that. Really? Yes. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, huh? Okay. Di ba? Okay. So the first step is to assign oxidation state of each element involved. So iron, like that, okay? So if you have Fe, free positive in the product, so this is normally single element is 0, okay? And then perchlorate is equals to negative 1. So 4 times negative 2 plus x. Then x is equals to negative 1, right? Negative 8 plus 8. Then x is equals to 7. So 7 is for chlorine. Okay. Erase. Okay. Now, we're going to assign if it is oxidation or reduction. So first, iron, right? So from 0, oxidation state, to 3 plus, this is going to be increase in oxidation number, meaning to say loss of electrons. So loss of how many electrons will be lost? From 0 to 3, so 3 electrons. Okay, like that. So this is oxidation. Okay, and then iron is being oxidized. Okay, and then This is our reducing agent. The iron also. Iron is the reducing agent. Ganon. Okay? Get the point mga palangga. Okay. Then secondly, we need to determine the oxidation, the partner of reduction. So it's gonna be here in the polyatomic anion perchlorate. Something like that. Here, ganon. Okay. So from positive 7 oxidation number to negative 1, so there's gonna be a decrease in the oxidation number, meaning gains of electron. How many electrons are being gained? Okay, from positive 7 to negative 1. Okay, it's gonna be 6, right? Get the point? So 7 plus 7 minus 1 is equals to x. Negative 1 is equals to x minus 7. Okay? Then therefore, x is equals to 6 electrons. Tama. 6 electrons. Okay? So, it's gonna be gain of 6 electrons. Okay? And then this is reduction. Okay? And the element being reduced is chlorine. Okay? Reduced. And then your oxidizing agent is chlorine, right? Oxidizing agent. Okay, ganon. Okay. Palangga. Okay, ganon. Okay, so after this, we balance the number of atoms. Iron, iron, chlorine, chlorine. Now we go first for the oxidation half reactions or obtain the half reactions for the step 2, right? Okay, we have oxidation half reaction. Can you see my board here? Okay, oxidation half reaction will be from iron to, okay, ferric, because it is 3 positive. Fe3 positive is ferric, Fe2 positive is ferrous. Or should we say iron 3, right? Okay, so now this is loss of electrons, so the adding of electrons will be on the right, right? So plus X. Okay, now first procedure for this is this balance through number of atoms. Iron 1, iron 1. So completely balanced, right? And then balance the charges. Iron is a soluble element here, so the charge oxidation state is 0. Okay, so 0 times 1. This is 0. Okay? Get the point mga talaga. The 1 is the beside the iron. There's nothing, and nothing in chemistry is just equal to 1. Okay? Now we go to the other side. So ferric, positive 3 times 1, like that. Then plus x, because we left x as our number of electrons. We need to solve something like that. Okay, so 3 times 1 is 3 plus x equal to 0 on the right, on the left. Then solve for x. X is equal to negative 3 electrons. Okay? Negative 3 electrons, then substitute that to x. Okay, put 3 electrons here. Okay, like that. Okay, so 3 electrons. Okay, like that. So if you try to confirm, okay, to make it 0, also we'll say 1 times 3 plus 3 electrons is equal to 0. Because 3 electrons is negative 3. Electrons exist as a negative particle. Okay? Something like that. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So it's completely balanced, the charges. Okay? Okay. So we are equation number 1. Okay. Equation number 1. Now we go to the, okay, reduction half reaction, RHR. Reduction half reaction. So I have here chlorate, okay, polyatomic anion perchlorate, okay, like that, and then go to chloride. Okay, chloride. And now this is gain of electrons, meaning you have to add electrons in the right, in the left, beside perchlorate. Okay, like that. Okay, plus X. Ganon. Okay, it's gonna be the situation mga palangga. Okay, now, chlorine balance. Oxygen is not balanced. We don't have oxygen in the right. So we need to add 4 moles of water. And then, if you add water, there will be an introduction of hydrogen ion atom. Then you have to put 8H ion or hydrogen ion in the left so that it will be balanced the hydrogen, right? 8H positive 1 and then on. In this part, there's going to be a standard rule. Standard rule. If you see an oxygen in your reduction or oxidation, you're going to be adding water to the side where it has been deficient in oxygen atoms. Okay, and then body partner that with H positive into the other side. So that's the standard rule. Okay, like that. And then we need to solve or we need to balance the number of atoms. Since we are considering the number of atoms, we will not include the charges, right? Of course. So atoms first. Okay, 8 hydrogen. Okay, 8 hydrogen in the right. Chlorine 1 in the left and the right. Balance. Oxygen 4, oxygen 4. Perfectly balanced the number of atoms. Now we go to the charges to solve for the value of electrons. Okay, solve for the number of electrons. Okay, 8 for hydrogen times 1 oxidation state plus 1 mole of perchlorate 1 times the oxidation state of negative 1. Okay, plus X. Okay, equal to negative 1 for chloride times 1 mole of chloride plus the charge of water. The rule for water or any compound is 0 because compound is a neutral substance. Okay, 0 is the oxidation state, so 0 times 4. Okay, so 0 times 4 is simply 0. Okay, so go back. This is algebraic linear expression. Okay, so 8 times 1, 8. 1 times negative 1 plus X is equal to 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Okay, 8 minus 1, 7 plus X is equals to negative 1. Therefore, X is equals to negative 1. Transpose the 7 to the right, it will become negative 7. So, this is going to be negative 8. Since negative, it is an electron. So, 8 electrons. If it happens to be positive, that is a proton. But this is negative, so electron. Okay? So, put the 8 electrons in your X. Unknown electrons that you solved before. Okay? Erase the X, put 8 electrons. Okay? Now inspect and add the 2. Something like that. So inspect and add the 2. Okay. Now the electrons in the oxidation of reaction is not equal to the reduction of reaction of 8 electrons here. It is the rule also to equal the electrons so that it will not appear in your final oxidation reduction in basic solution. It will not appear in your final reaction. That's the goal. So we need to cancel that out. How can we do that? Is to multiply with a common number so that it will be cancelled out, right? Okay? So in here, so we will start with the minimum. This is 3 electrons. We need to multiply with a certain number to equal to the other equation. Okay? Then Baden will also multiply this 8 with another number to equal also with the equation 1. So what's going to be like that? So it's going to be 8. 3 times 8, 24 for the first equation. Okay? and then 3 in the second equation. So that we have 24 electrons in the first oxidation of reaction and also 24 electrons in the reduction of reaction. Then since they are in opposite direction, left and right, it will be cancelled out when you add the two equations. Okay, so it's going to be like 8 times 1 mole of iron is equals to 8 moles of iron. Like that. So 8 moles of iron without a charge. Okay? And then equal to 8 times 1 mole of ferric. 8 moles of ferric. 3 positive. Like that. 3 electrons times 8 is equal to 24 electrons. Okay, it's gonna be like that. So this now will become your equation 3. Okay, equation 3. Now, let's go to the half reduction reaction. Multiply by 3. 3 times 8 H, H meaning hydrogen ion, is equal to 24 moles of hydrogen positive 1. Ganon. Okay, and then perchlorate times 3 will be equal to 3 moles of perchlorate. Okay, like that. Diba? Then plus 8 electrons times 3, 24 electrons. Like that. Okay, and then equal to 8 moles of ferric. Okay, times 3 is 24 moles of ferric. Okay, ganon. Okay, and then we have ferric with kalas. Kalas na siya. Okay, ganon siya mga palangga. Okay, so 8H plus times 3 is equal to 24. Chlorate 3, ganon. Plus 3, ganon. Okay, then chlorine, 3 moles of chloride. Okay, 3 moles of chloride. Okay? So we are referring to the second equation above. So 3 moles of chloride. And then 4 times 3, 12 moles of water. So this is our equation 4. Equation 4. We have 4 equations. We have 4 chemical equations here. Equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, and equation 4. Then we need to add equation 3 and 4 for the final redox in basic solution. Okay, erase because I don't have enough space. Okay, in my discussion, like that. Okay, tadarat ganon, tadarat ganon, tadarat ganon. Diba? Okay. Now add these two, cancel the 24 electrons. Ganon. So it will become group together elements and compounds in the left and also in the right when you add. Okay? Or group all reactants, group all the products. Like that. Say 8 moles of iron, okay, plus 24 moles of hydrogen ion positive 1 plus 3 moles of perchlorate negative 1, right, is equal to 3 moles of chloride ion plus 12 moles of water, right? 12 moles of water, and then plus 8, right? Plus 8, okay? You get the point, mga palangga, 8 moles per 3 positive, okay? Ganon. Nakakaloka. Wait, okay. 8 moles of ferric. Okay. Then, simplify further. What is common? But since you are considering the basic solution, not acidic, so basic meaning adding of OH. OH negative hydroxide or the what do we call this one? Hydroxyl group or hydroxyl functional group. Okay, what can you do with this? So find H plus, it's in the left. Add with H on the right, and in the left. That's the rule, huh? Okay, both you will add with H. Okay, now 24H plus 1. What will you add to become water? Okay, you cannot add 1 mole of hydroxide because it will not become water. You will add the same number of moles of hydroxide with 24 moles of hydrogen plus 1. So it will become 24 moles of water. I will show you the algebra for this. Okay, 24H plus 24 moles of OH negative. So the common is 24. Okay. For example, in mathematics, let's common. Okay. The most common to the two is 24. So put 24, and then add the H and OH. It will become HOH. So HOH is simply water because there are two hydrogens, so H, 2 and 1 oxygen O. So 24 moles of water. Okay? Don't interpret that as a 48, huh? Because you need to add 24 H plus 24 OH, you will say 48 moles of water. It's not, because H and OH is not the same letters, it's not the same variable. You cannot add directly the coefficient or the number of moles. You get the point. Okay? It's not like that. And then if you add only OH, it will not become also a water. Why? Because you need 24 moles of hydroxide to balance the 24 moles of hydrogen positive one to turn it completely to water, or else it will never become a water if the number of moles is not the same, or not the same with H plus. That's why you will add also the same number of moles with H plus to become water. Okay? So you will say plus 24 OH. Okay? Just put that in your brain cells that what is the moles or what are really the coefficient here will be also the same to be added with OH. Fixed talaga siya. Okay? So, 24H plus 24OH will become 24 moles of water. So, I will say 24 moles of water. Okay? And then AFE plus 3 perchlorate. Okay? 3 moles of chloride plus 12 moles of water plus 8 moles of ferric plus OH. If you add 24 OH in the left, you will add also 24 OH in the right. Don't forget, because you will be wrong. Okay, if you will not add in the other side. Okay, now balance the number of atoms. This is now our final reaction. Okay. Then balance the number of atoms. The only difference with the redox chemical reaction, okay, oxidation chemical reaction with the ordinary chemical reactions and the chemical bonding and the dissociation chemical reactions are we need to balance the charges, okay, and the number of atoms. You get the point? This is so special in general chemistry lecture. Okay, because the ordinary chemical reaction, you don't have to balance the charges. Okay, and budding, you have to add also electrons after balancing the charges. So that's why you keep on saying, let X is the number of electrons. Okay, then if you balance those atoms, let X is the number of atoms, let X is the number of atoms, like that only. Okay, so bear that in your mind. Okay, something like that. Okay. So, ganon. Okay. Now, and you will remember also in math, the technique in math, if you remember in your algebra. So, for example, if you say, 25% of 2 is what number? That is very basic in algebra. Okay. 24% of 2 is what number? So, we need to determine what is the meaning of. Of in algebra is times. Okay, 24% of 60, example, is in algebra is equal. Okay, I will put equal for. If the problem, simple problem, let's say like this in a question, elementary math, for example, this is elementary level or high school? I don't think so. Okay, I think this is already first year high school, right? So 24% of 60 is what number? Okay, you will put the percent first. 24% of means x or times, and then 60, then is is equal to 4. Then solve the value of x. Okay, so 24% will become 0.24 times 60. X is equals to 4, then x is equals to 4 divided by 0.24 times 60. So this is your number. Okay? Things like that. You should remember also. Ha? Ang palangga. Okay? Then, also in algebra, the is also will be replaced with was. For example, in the age problem, for example, Mark is 2 years older than Kenneth. What is the age of Kenneth? 10 years younger than now. Something like that. So the technique, there are only terminologies. Okay? S is equals, was is equal, of is multiplied like that, and than is plus, than. The age is higher than plus, and then less than is minus, something like that. So you can compute really the age. This is age problem. Okay, something like that. And we have also the clock problem in algebra. Okay, clock problem, age problem, and the work problem. For example, the work problem, if Sotero can finish the job in 2 hours, how many hours he can finish in 3 days like that? And you let also x. Okay, you let x as the number of, let's say, work will be done in 3 days, in 4 days, then ratio and proportion, something like that. Okay, it flashed back in my brain cells now. Okay, like that. Okay, so the same here also in chemistry. Okay, like that. So now we need to add the same common variables with numbers. Okay, numbers meaning figures. Okay, now balance the number of atoms ng mga palangga. Iron. Iron man. Okay. Iron 8 in the left, and how many iron in the right? 8 also. Perfect. Check. Okay. Hydrogen in the left, how much? 24 times 2 is 48. And then in the right, okay, 12 times 2 is also 24. 24 plus 24 is 48. Check. Oxygen. Oxygen is 24 from water and 3 from perchlorate. It's gonna be 12. 3 times 4 kasi. So 12 plus 24 mga palangga is gonna be 36. And then in the right side, how much? Oxygen is 12 from water. So 12 plus, oh my gosh, 24, 36 also. So oxygen is balanced. Okay. Then the last will be chlorine. Okay. So chlorine, number of atoms of chlorine in the left is 3. Okay. 3. And the other one also is 3. So balance, perfect. 4 elements in our chemical reduction, oxidation reactions are all completely balanced in terms of atoms. The iron, the hydrogen, the oxygen, and the chlorine. And how about the charges? Okay? Charges or the oxidation state or the oxidation number. So let's check if it is also balanced. If not completely balanced, there's something wrong in our chemical reactions. Okay? Like that. So charges. Okay. For iron, solo element means 0 oxidation number. So 0 times coefficient A beside iron. Okay. Plus, okay, the oxidation state of water is also 0 because this is a neutral compound. So 0. Okay, times the coefficient beside water, which is 24. Coefficient. Okay, 24. Or let's say number of moles, it's just the same. Okay, plus, okay, the oxidation state of perchlorate is -1. So put -1. -1 times 3 moles or coefficient. Ganon. Is equal to the chloride, -1 oxidation state times 3 coefficient or number of moles. Plus water, the oxidation state of water is 0. 0 times 12, the coefficient of water, okay, plus, okay, iron or ferric, 3 positive, so 3 oxidation state times 8 moles of iron, okay, plus OH is negative, right? Negative. So negative 1 times 24 because 24 moles of OH. Okay, check that out if it is balanced. If not, iwan ko na lang. So 0 times 8 is 0. 24 times 0, 0. So negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Okay, we need also negative 3 in the other side to balance, to be in a chemical equilibrium. Okay, something like that. So negative 3, negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. 0 times 12 mga palangga is 0. Okay, plus 3 times 8 mga palangga is 24. Okay, plus negative 1 times 24 is negative 24, right? Okay. Inspect, there are two the same figures here. 24 and negative 24. Positive 24 and negative 24 will be 0, obviously. Okay, then therefore we conclude negative 3 in the left and negative in the right. So balance the charges of our chemical reaction and reduce. Okay, reduction and oxidation in basic solution. So perfect. So this is gonna be the answer. But this will not come out most of the times in the board examination or future examination or any entrance examination when you apply for a certain, for example, certain process engineer job. Okay, because when you apply for process, of course, some of the questions will be related to, chemistry, like that, because that's process, really, chemistry, chemical separation processes, right? Okay, so I don't think so it will come out in the board examination because too much compounds, elements, moles. But in the 80s, this will come out because before the board examination in the 80s is not yet computerized. And then 90s above in the millennium or millennial, they changed to computerized. That's why they don't include this kind of question. Okay, it will take a longer time. If you put A like this, B, C, D, E, the choices, too much thing. Too much subscript, too much number of moles, too much of charge. How can they do the typing in the words in the in the question? It will take superscript, subscript, superscript, subscript, like that. Okay? Then if you use the superscript, you have to shift out something like that, and you go to the format cell. In the computer, you cannot click directly this superscript. You will go to the format cell, insert like that. You get the point. And subscript also go to the format cell, right click, blah blah blah, go to the symbol, whatever in the font, like that. So it's not practical to put this in the choices in the one question in a multiple choice. You get the point? So that's why they eliminate this kind of question, but they will modify that into something new, something easier like that. In this redox equation, which of the following is an oxidizing agent? Ganon. A, chlorine, B, iron, C, chromate, D, oxygen. It's gonna be like that only, a little bit simpler. Okay, which of the following is an oxidizing agent? A, chlorine, ganon. Which of the following is a reducing agent? Which of the following will undergo oxidation reaction? So they will modify the question so that in the choices it's very easy. Okay, like that. Get the point? Only writing the element and one word A, B, C, D. But this is not practical. Too lengthy, right? This will only be good in manual checking. Manual. Not in computerized. Get the point? Ganon. Any questions so far? Mga palangga. This is redox in basic solution. Thank you so much for watching my videos again. I found out it was increased the revenue. Nakakaloka. Thank you, Ma'am Marisa, for subscribing my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. And thanks also to Ma'am Donna Karaka, okay, Ma'am Gladys Bacalso, Ma'am Grethel Bacalso, and Ma'am Daniel, my sister. Ma'am Daniel Nepomuceno. Okay. They are all public teachers except me in our family. And they wanted me also to be in their group someday. But I'm not a public school teacher. Okay? Like that. My nieces, my sister, they are all public school teachers. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this vlog. And I hope you like it. You can comment down below in the comment section. And also, you can click the notification bell for some newest updates of Emma Signature na Voice. Mga panangga. And you can also subscribe to the channel. Also, bye-bye guys, everybody. See you later. Mwah. Diba? Uy, Maricel, tanaw dyan ka, in fairness.